I discovered the craziest story while researching this 1888 photograph, so stick around to see all the insane places this story goes. So today our story involves number 7 in this photo, Eliza Furman. When I first started researching Eliza, only two records came up, a census record from 1880 and a grave record, which immediately started setting off some alarm bells. The census record did tell us that Eliza was born around 1878 and that she was the daughter of Edwin and Mary Furman. However, clicking on that grave record confirmed my fears, as it revealed that Eliza passed away from diphtheria on March 7, 1893, at around 15 years old. This grave record also included Eliza's obituary, and this is where the rabbit hole began. It turns out that Eliza was not a Furman, at least by birth. She was actually the daughter of Robert and Adelaide Barclay, and was adopted by the Furmans as a young child. But the other thing that stood out was that this obituary was written as if her father, Robert, was still alive. So this begs the question, why was Eliza taken in by the Furmans? Well, the obituary goes on to explain that Eliza's mother, Adelaide, passed away when Eliza was 2 years old, and was given up by her father not long after. Now, this isn't a super uncommon practice, where a single parent gives up one or more of their children due to financial hardships. But was this the case for Robert? Well, it doesn't appear so. He was constantly employed, specifically working for a local railroad company. He also had enough money to buy a local shoe store a few years after he gave up Eliza. He also continued to live in the same county as Eliza throughout most of her childhood. There's even evidence that he still wanted a family, specifically with this personal ad he posted in the local newspaper. First of all, he describes his shoe store as a prosperous business, again demonstrating that money was not an issue for him. He then goes on to state that he is susceptible to the charms of lovely women and would make a devoted husband. Apparently, this didn't work though, because he never remarried, and it's unclear whether or not this new family was going to include Eliza. Speaking of which, another question that this raises is how involved was Robert in Eliza's life? Well, it turns out there was so much information surrounding Eliza and her father that I had to split this up into two shorts. So while this is the end of part 1, be sure to subscribe and catch the crazy conclusion to this story coming soon in part 2.